We know, sir, we are powerful, we are gods, but lack of self-knowledge until we don't know. And for that matter, we always run to people or seek for people's prayer or people's. We want people to pray for us to do well. You being the leader of Spiritual Science Society, that stands for enlightening and awakening. No? How can one stay, or how can one on his or her own pray to the universe for what he or she seeks to come in or to work well for him or her? On his or her own. The person would be no
I'll prescribe the three principles to you, the three golden rule. Thoughts, words, deeds. What we understand is that thoughts are doing, words, deeds, only.
If I'm sure Abusafo Muntiani, way, Bazawala for Ninchero. Omeka Trasabra. Now, if you soon Yaseno, on a nama, me a kuatwa. O papa wofa, you go to be Mesrel, aha, young Quanessa. Sir, my patron Sasebi.
They say, I'll give the three golden principles: thoughts, words, deeds. The patron say, thoughts, words, the one sem mokasa ye, and a deeds, won't ye, ujumedie. Thoughts, words, deeds. This is the principle I'm going to give you. When you said prayer, but what we feel, let me explain prayer first, with all due respect. Before you can use something well and be better at doing something, you must first understand it. You move a brain and you enter into you know what the company friend in Bible. What is prayer? Prayer simply puts, the activity of thoughts, words, or deeds projected in relation to something, to eventuate an outcome or a desired outcome. What does that mean? The second definition again for prayer, and I made it my way. The first definition of prayer, I say, prayer is thought projected towards the universe, and then thought received from the universe. That is the second definition. Like I said, now my dream there, I don't know my dream bomb pie my universe, and I said, I don't know my dream bomb pie my yame. And if you are bomb pie, why they bomb pie no? What now bomb pie? And you are dreaming now they can't say no. So whose mind is being projected through words? Is you. And who be the receiver of the prayer? It is still you. So bomb pie said, when you pray that God, help me, babies, who is the one praying for that desire? You. Who will be the one to reap the benefit of that prayer? It's still you. So prayer, in short, is you projecting your thoughts on yourself. Listen. Mr. Sisubium, prayer is you projecting your own thoughts upon yourself.
Okay.
Who is the one praying? You. Who is the one receiving the outcome of the prayer? Still you. Should you even pray for someone? Was it your desire that that person should be healed? Yes. So who is the recipient of that prayer or the outcome of that prayer? It's still you. That the receiver of just the reaction of your words. But who is the receiving end of that prayer? You. Should the prayer manifest? Who made it manifest? You. Because you set the thoughts and the thought energy that brought about what? The healing. So who projected the thought? You. Who is the receiver of the outcome of that thought? You. So prayer is you working upon yourself.
Hold on. Let me clap for you. My interview will be a person no more in some man that. But let me clap for you. Mama also be the comment about Osai Dreamer. Osai Dreamer said this is deep knowledge. In fact, let me clap for you. You are indeed a teacher. Yes, son, you know, someone is a prayer is the act of talking to God. I don't know Makugu Forest. I don't know Makugu Mountains. A great Brian. Ana Rebakha na maya. Rebakha ya bada ya. I think prayer is another full topic on its own. One day we will have to delve deep.
Anyway,
prayer is a full topic.
A full topic. So let me give the third definition for prayer, which is the common one you know, or we all know. That prayer is
and I was like, I said, my okay to one thing. Now, I was to Jaifa. Or say we pray to ourselves. Remember, sir, go on.
The third definition, the commonest one we all know, which is a communication between a worshipper or a devotee or a person and their object of worship, right? Okay. That definition itself is also faulty. That definition of prayer is a false form of defining prayer.
Okay.
Because when you are praying to the universal omnipresence or God or Jehovah, you are not actually praying to an entity as an entity. You are praying to an entity as a will and a law of nature. Why? If you pray that you need healing, you already exist. And that healing force already exists on earth. If you pray that you want a car, the car is already here on earth. If you pray you need a house, the idea for building your house is there in the mind of an architect. The land to build the house is already there on this earth. The metal to manufacture the iron rod is already there on this earth. Everything you need is already manifested and prayed for or created by God here. So you're not praying to God as in God. You're only praying for God's intelligence or for the intelligence to be able to bring these materials together to have what you call a house or a home. Listen again. And then we make like what do you home.
But Sisu bi o mame.
You're only activating a principle of nature through your thoughts to manifest per your thoughts and your will. That's all. So I say, let thy will be done. You pray to God and still let the will be done. So who willed?
I will.
Exactly.
Prince Watt is off a clap for him again. Oh, already done. You deserve to be clapped for him back. Okay.
So in simply put, prayer is a thought projected onto oneself, upon oneself.
Okay.
To evaluate a result synonymous and harmonious with the thought projected by oneself. So you are the projector of the prayer, and then you are the recipient of the prayer.
Okay.
The only thing prayer does is that prayer gives you, or prayer, the intent of prayer is to receive from within you, the God within, guidance, instruction, wisdom, idea on how to execute those things which you already have the tools to manifest on earth already. You may call it, that's what the religious person will say, inspiration. So you pray, so that in praying, you are tapping into the cosmic mind, which is the universal mind, so that your mind can then be infused with what you may call inspiration, to that which will guide you towards the manifestation of that desire you pray for. That is why they said, prayer must always be accompanied with what? With action. And how would you know the right action to take for what you pray for to manifest? That is why I said, thoughts, words, and what? And deeds.
Yeah.
If so, then should you even wake up to go to work? It is a prayer to the universe.
The act of waking up, getting prepared to go to work is a prayer.
It's a prayer to the universe. Why? Because if we sell for people to buy, then it's only when you are there to sell. That is when the one who needs to buy will find you to buy from you. Eating healthy is also prayer. Why? Because you eat healthy. with a consciousness that I want to operate in the right state of what? Health. So eating healthily itself is an instruction you're giving to your body to stay healthy.
It's also a prayer.
It's a prayer. Tell me you will fast and pray, do everything, and not eat, not breathe, not drink water, and see whether you will live. Everything around you and your communication with it is a prayer. Because God in his wisdom, or God in whatever you say, will never come down to give you the desire. Everything you desire for has already been made available on earth, even before you came. What are you praying for? You're only praying for the wisdom to know where to identify them and then use them to satisfy what you need. Because when you pray for, oh God, give me money. Who comes to give you money? That is a fellow human being, not a spirit. And what is that human being? That human being is also working. So since that person is working, he was able to earn money. That he's now able to what? Give you some as a gift. That take this 10,000. So even what you call a gift was not a gift to the giver who gave you.
Yeah.
So now, I'll give you the first key. The first key is this. Know that your life is your responsibility. In as much as the spiritual is important, your mind is also as important. And then your body is important. Let's have it in mind. In as much as your life is important, your mind is also important. Then your body is important. So if you must pray for answers, then our actions, our thoughts, and deeds must be aligned with that which we desire for. So I always tell this. My guru, Master Karutes, my guru is the same guru that trained Kwame Nkrumah. So Kwame Nkrumah I come from the same lineage that trained Kwame Nkrumah, the same mystical school. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. Let me show you the photo. Just an aside.
Abusia, and come away some fast when you saw the idea mention. So this is your guru.
This is Kwame Nkrumah's spiritual master. This is the one who trained Kwame Nkrumah in the US.
Wow.
He is by name Hugh Karutes. Rabbi Rama Bodhisat 11th. He was an Anglican bishop, a medical doctor, a soldier that fought in the First and Second World War, a mystic, a fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society.
Okay.
And he held doctorate in divinity. And a healer, a certified numerologist, and an industrialist when he was alive. This man was the one who trained Kwame Nkrumah in the occult philosophy that made Kwame Nkrumah build the country Ghana.
Wow.
No wonder after Kwame Nkrumah and his principles he put, anybody who hated Kwame Nkrumah and didn't follow the principles of this country have never been able to succeed. That is why Spiritual Science Society we exist, to reinstate those principles and enlighten Ghana to go by the principles that our country was aligned with so that we can accede.
People are, Professor Atasa says his name again, your guru's name again.
Hugh Karutes.
Hugh Karutes.
The Hugh is H-U-G-H.
H-U-G-H, huge.
And the Greer is G-R-G-G-R.
G-R-E-E-R.
J as in Ghana, G-R-E-E-R.
G-R-E-E-R.
E-E-R. And then Karutes is C-A-R-R-U-T-H-E-R-S.
Karutes.
Yeah, Karutes. Hugh Karutes. His initiated name was Rabbi Rama Bodhisat 11th.
Okay.
Aside being an Anglican bishop, he went to Tibet, Nepal, stayed in the Buddhist monastery of Changun Naren in Tibet for 13 years to attain enlightenment before coming and setting up his mystical order, which then found Kwame Nkrumah and trained him to then become useful to this continent and this country, Ghana. We are going to go there. The purpose of SSS.
Yeah. One day we will go there. Oh my goodness. So you are not done on the prayer aspect.
So let me tell you. So first thing you need to accept is that your eating is a form of prayer. Your thinking is a form of prayer. Your walking is a form of prayer. Your decisions are all prayers. Once you see your whole life as a prayer, as a communication with your environment, you will then think of the actions that will attract the right reactions to you.
Okay.
Because we see prayer distant from ourselves. That is why we make the wrong decisions without scrutinizing it, and then we pray for a solution to those decisions. And if you know your life is a prayer, then you will know that whatever I am facing, I created it because in my own thought and thinking and decision, I made that thing happen to me. The first form of successful prayer is acceptance of your thoughts that birth that outcome you are experiencing.
Okay.
You can't pray and be in denial. That is why Africa is not developing, because our prayer is denial. How would you be able to solve a problem if you deny the existence of the problem in the first place? It's only when you accept the problem that the problem exists. That is the only time you can do what? You can start getting to work to solve the problem.
Yeah.
So your prayer should be a prayer of understanding and of affirmation. Now I've given thoughts, words, deeds. Now, understanding and affirmation. Acceptance, understanding, affirmation. And then reversal or change of mind. People think prayer is just mumbling words. Oh God, I only this, and it comes. No wonder Africa has been praying. That's why we are not changing, because the true system, the true format for prayer, we are not implementing. That's why we pray, but no change. Nothing is transformed in our society. Because the instruments of the true principles of prayer, we are not implementing them. We pour libation, but nothing is changing. Because the principles of prayer, which manifest as libation, we are not implementing them. Prayer is a system, not something you just say and something happens. It is a system. If I need healing, then healing must come with people who are not what? If I need healing, healing must come with right actions. The reason why you pray against your sickness, but the next day the sickness comes again. Why? Because what caused the sickness is still there. If you want to clean the environment now, that's what I'm going to in science, we have something we call placebo effect. Because you have the thought that you are getting the next day, and paracetamol. The next time, will be not is that not enough to tell you that the cause of your sickness is not the solution to your sickness is not the prayer? It is something you're not seeing and doing. So to solve your problem, first thing, know how to identify your problem. Identify your problem, know where you go wrong, know the contribution you contributed to your own problem. Accept that problem, accept your contribution. Then where possible, begin to create the right thoughts and right thinking and right decision. That will eventuate and effect a suitable outcome. The only way you can change it is by what? Is by creating the right outcomes. You made a wrong decision in business. Now instead of you to change the system of your business and the decision making, you are maintaining the same decision, the same mentality, everything. You're not looking for juju, a pastor, a malam, or a spiritualist to pray for your business to come. It will come, but in the end, you still collapse again. Why? Because the same system that collapsed the business is still there.
Yeah.
You see?
So,
spiritual scientists, our system is practical. We don't just do go and take this mantra or go and recite and then the solution will come. It doesn't. No. We need lasting solution, not ephemeral or temporal solutions. So I've given you a key to your own prayer. Your life is your prayer. So when you're eating, ask yourself, let me give you how to pray. I'm not going to give you prayer as in the prayer you know. My mouth will be key. My mouth secret. I'm going to give you prayer about your own health. Anytime you eat, check yourself from the first minute to 2 hours or 120 minutes after you've eaten, 90 to 120 minutes after you've eaten. Check how your body reacts. Every food you consume, every drink, check how your body reacts. If your body reacts weirdly, is your body telling you, I don't need this food? That is your body communicating to you. That is also a prayer.
Na wo was a Jansanom, we are no sa. Now after being at yes, so now for oh yeah, Niama Basa. But in this one, Pena was a Jayo Jai. It's a prayer.
The purpose of prayer is to find a lasting solution and not always find a repeated a lamentation. What do I mean? Oh, yare. Oh, bompaya. Nyansa. Emma, I didn't baby manasa about it my solving a ubisa. And yes, yan so yarena or not be a master for the same umpire. Yarena samba. That is not prayer. That is illusion. You're deluding yourself. If prayer must be efficient, it must be lasting in this solution. Not temporal. Yeah. If I'm lying, tell me.
You are not.
That is why my definition of prayer, I strategy, and yet the general or the normal strategy, because I am taking it from a more practical aspect. I'm giving you prayer on your own body. Your own body. Whenever you eat, give yourself from the first minute to 90 to 120 minutes. Check how your body reacts. If the body, I'm going to give you two strategies. We are discussing prayer, but in an elevated sense, the more deeper mystical aspect of prayer, not the church prayer. Body reaction if the body reacts to you in a very negative way, it tells you this food is not meant for you. That is your body communicating to you. When you eat the food, you pray to your body that I need energy. So the body should also what? Process and digest the food to what? Give you energy. Now that body, which is the what? Which is the vehicle of God, that is holding your soul, is not telling you that is why you're getting the wrong reaction. That is God speaking back to you. Also in prayer, in information, that so what do you need to do? Stop eating that food or cook it well or check how you cooked it. That is prayer. Once you solve that thing, that reaction wouldn't happen again for you to pray the next time. Or?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm giving you practical prayer, not just using words. I'm giving you practical prayer. So let's take it from there.
So let me add something small as a student. Your financial prayer to thinking of say spiritually, financial management year, expenses, we seek a year, check so that is also a prayer.
Exactly. You know, Africa, do you know one thing? I even have a lecture on that. Africa, our programming is very bad. The way Africa has been programmed made it so difficult for us to even build wealth. To even find a way to build wealth, we are unable to maintain wealth. That is what is troubling Africa. Africa, we always pray for money. I'm a mystic. Me a spiritualist. Me a spiritual teacher. Me a numerologist. Me a spiritual scientist. And I boldly tell you, I get requests every day from people who business and who are busy. But you know one thing, you realize that most of the people who even pray about money do not even have problems with money.
Those who pray about money don't even have problems with money.
Juju, my business is down. My a dronko. Most of them only lack systems, period.
Yeah.
Do you know why a white man will start a business, but the business can last for 200 years, 300 years? We know a lot of companies that have lasted for 200, 300 years. But the African will open a business. Acha 10 years, na business negu.
Yeah.
Acha a better way you mana onye we have a business negu. You know why? Because we have been programmed to think, say, business success, we need the spiritual more than the mental. We need the mental more than the spiritual. The spiritual is just 10%. The mental and the physical is 90%. When it comes to money, we have been programmed to see, say, sika sunsun bi so ku obi, ukura ponchi bi, u say bibi ansa na sika ba moja bi nhwie. No. That is spiritism. But do you know why always when you do that, in the end, you lose it all? It is simply because that thing you prayed for, you jumped the queue, you jumped the process. When money comes, it needs system to stay. It doesn't need spirit to maintain it.
Yeah.
So since you didn't have system, you went for the spirit, thinking the spirit can bring, yes, the spirit attracted the money. But for systems to keep the money at your place, they didn't have a system. The reason why the very day you died, the business also collapsed. We have seen a lot of rich men that have come to this country. Why? Because there were no systems to carry on whatever they started. The whole business success was built upon the shoulders of a spirit, which is a contract, as we said in spiritism. So how the spirit maintained the business, that person do not know. The only man say, market the very day he died and the contract also died with the spirit. What happened? The whole business came what? Crashing. By naturality, you needed a system to maintain that wealth circulating in that business or company, so that even in your absence, it can still operate no matter who is there and running the business.
Absolutely.
You see, there are several mysteries to this thing we call life, and this thing. We've left all the mysteries and we are making it all about soon, 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 soon. Not everything is spiritual. And this is the best form of prayer. And this form of prayer, we are not utilizing it. The average African do not even want to use this thing. Tell them to think and they have a problem.
Oh, tell them to think and you become their enemy.
Oh yeah, Juma. You're not managing your money well. Misika to me na into hiya sunsu unya sikadro. Na sika na wona ko manhwe so na sikadro ba na bede. So every time we create problems with our own, based on our own ignorance, we create problems for ourselves. And then we go around looking for spirits to come and solve the problem. So we then go to the Malam, expecting the Malam to come and solve the problem that we really created out of ignorance. You go to the pastor, expecting the pastor to come and solve the problem that we really created out of ignorance. Go to the Konfu or the spiritualist, expecting the spiritualist to come and solve the problem that we really created out of ignorance. And we wonder why our problems have never ended. And we always have problems that we must pray about. Spiritual Science Society didn't come to continue the wrong and profane or corrupted teachings of the system. We came here with the right system of the masters that have worked for all civilizations before. We came here to instill it in this generation so that the youth, the people, the old, the young will be able to know that truth and liberate the African continent. If Africa must be liberated, this is the knowledge they need. Not soon, 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 soon. Though I am a mistake. We know mysticism, we know spiritism, we know spirituality. But I'll only tell you, the systems that operate and can liberate Africa are not the things we are having today and being taught to us. Kwame Nkrumah built systems, and it is working till today. That should be enough to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The African needs systems that is built on the principles of nature, the mystical principles of nature, not on the faith that there's a spirit that can come and solve the problem I created. Enti konfu efa nsa ena emedwuma nkoso na we ontima ma market mbra Kristo ni nsufa ne Bible na obọ mpa ya ma market mbra o Muslim so esore na oye alwala na so obọ mpa ya ma market mbra nti hu ne nkotwe customers ne mbra o. What happened to you setting up a very good environment with good branding, with good principles, with good customer relations, with better understanding, with qualified personnel, with good documentations, and everything to be able to expand and do the right thing? What happened to that? But whenever the white man comes into our country, they always beat us in our own markets. But whenever the white man enters our markets, their companies always beat us. Have you ever asked yourself why?
They said to the point to say, even some restaurant and shop bars, a quadrigi is so near and Yama free baby, they were friend, Yanni.
Okay. But Pizza Inn, a shop right, Baba. That shop right, a best in the fair. Environment to go around now, that is the mind. So realize that everything the white man creates, he makes sure it aligns more with the laws of the physical plane because you're nipa. So there are laws of the physical plane. That's what that affects you. That is governing your mind and thinking. Meaning subconsciously, we have the what? We have the sensory systems to appreciate what is beautiful. So whenever the white man builds something, they make sure they build in a certain way that it incites your sense of what? Of appreciating beauty. And whoever goes in there will appreciate that beauty. And will be cost to what? To buy. You rush up, where's here, and you're wondering why people are not coming. Maybe so. Human beings cannot be human beings we can't be controlled with spiritual. Spirits can't control human beings. Let me tell you the truth today. Whoever believes that spirit can't control human beings. No. My Ghana food in Ambon is here. Seven president of TCU Peno and funny a draw budget and funny nothing can stop us from eliminating him from the seat. Only a draw yet. Elections controls. Idi Amin in Robin Wanje, yen to know. So spirits can never control the human mind. Whenever the human mind are conscious and ready to make a change, no spirit can stand them. If you don't know how to implement the right principles of the mind, nothing can affect the human being. Because the human being is a mental being. I'm going to end with this. Never ACKHAM and as a West or ACKHAM. Two places where and I bet my until the whole day because you like the environment. Now until I share photos, send them to Facebook.
ACKHAM.
I didn't hear.
Was a hofe.
Obet me to susu. Ekoton tare ekotna ACKHAM ke share photos. Obet my yesa abobloshi market. Anyway, second question. ACKHAM any nyoto nkwedu okwan wana so nyoto abobloshi market. If na to ade obediano.
Meto ade wa abobloshi ana se kwan no ho mediano maybe sante so kra.
Alcohol ma na hu diano.
The setup alone cry intimidates you so diano.
Exactly, it intimidates you. That is subconscious programming.
Oh my goodness, I love this conversation. In fact, next week, by popular request, next week, You better start to say.
Spirituality, so the more you are enlightened spiritually, you become like a god. Like the freedom you enjoy in your own soul, you don't know. When you just like you are the most happiest person.
Yeah.
Because everything seems like as a anything you see, the understanding comes readily to your mind. That is what we mean by enlightenment. And what would that do to us?
Hey.
This is the reason why mystical societies have always been in secret. Because this knowledge, should it get into the hands of an ignorant person, they will misuse it.
Yeah.
This is why what is will be a lodge near. What is will be a Kwasian and your friend is a lodge neither.
Debbie. Because young to me join a lodge.
Anytime you hear anytime you hear that somebody is being accused or being called a lodge member, and that's not a lodge near, that person is a wise person. Why are all these people always leaders? Because they have a reasoning and a thinking and understanding that is given to them in where they find themselves, that the ordinary person is not giving that wisdom and knowledge and secrets. That is why they always come out and become leaders of men. What is here?
The Muda Hockley. Lord, you better say for a ne. Abusias, I will share. Lord, na count no, Odon Sabo Nedina or Honoswa, Ubehuno follow no right away. On TikTok, you can follow him. Just tap on his account or his name. You can see the Lord ACK over there. O tap on that. A baby na account natural. Just hit on the follow button and follow him. He does these deep, insightful teachings on his platform. Okay, all his platforms on social media, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. You can search him on all these platforms. Lord ACKHAM, REBAKHAM. Lord ACKHAM, REBAKHAM. On Facebook, Lord ACKHAM, REBAKHAM, and our Spiritual Science Society. On TikTok, there, you can follow him. By popular request, next week, Sunday, you better at Devil Deep. It's another first time, just follow here. Just follow here. Lord, they say they will me my chance to crowd 4 and 5. Me know that's the tower. That's it. Lord, in case Obi percent. Oh yeah, me back crab there, me back crab there, me back. See, I'm a voter region. Yes, I can. Over once I'm at 12 fee. It's me back crab quite there, me fee. Me fee. Lord, in case Obi person Rachel direct, o number be or how we bet me there Rachel.
Yeah, sometimes I am not a bit more hard. Decisions need desire somebody ban.
And the other bedroom.
And I join the lodge now. Me selling me so.
Hey, everything must be selling almost so now.
Then I me join no me mama sika. Yeah, sometimes no problem, but for the sake of you, I'll remember office number now. I say remember office number no. Now mo to me a day afre.
Okay.
But sebe o ba hasa me ye ipesike dro na me pay na me saka wana pacho member. Our purpose as spiritual society is for the liberation of the black race and the whole African continent. That is the mission of this society. It is not for selfish desires.
Okay.
Access. Ya be ye ye nyema bi onim na na ye enya sunsun bi ne rituals bi se no tina ha dia mesra men frame eya boso. But if you really want to be a part of the force that is going to liberate this African continent, there you are welcome. And the fellowship that is bonded in love with a common purpose for self-realization and for self-actualization and God realization. You are welcome. We offer you a lifetime membership, but I don't offer membership to anyone. So my answer. Yes, I'm still thinking. What am I from? And I'm a page in the data. What the same sample 059
059
367
367
34
34
64.
64. Enti abusia, in case I person unya direct contact with him. Upe bibi munti asiye. Wadi ka clear. Onye me pesa kawa, me pesikaduru, me pesa mi ye dabi. Oya sa bianka yeka wo Elon Musk manka obo so ndi eka ho onye sa. Oto akwantia ne ya ayi no ohia no ayi ihela. Enti men frano ko kan chere ne se mi pesikaduru na pesa mi ye na mi pesa mi sell mi so dabi. Emo mu hia enlightenment. We hear understanding. We hear guidance. You can reach out. Number no me boss studio 059 367 3464. 059 367 3464. For the last time 059 367 3464. Ebinum bisa the number from the beginning of the conversation. You didn't come up with breed. The whole of this conversation will be live on YouTube, The Nation's Anchor TV, and Way. Okay. Can you tell us more about life after death? That will be a topic we will discuss in the subsequent days. And to keep in touch on our platforms, we will discuss that. Okay. And don't worry. User says, you better discuss this, and don't worry. Okay. This full conversation, maybe I will join me along the line. The whole conversation will be live on The Nation's Anchor TV, latest by 8 p.m. this evening. It will be live over there. You can go to YouTube and search The Nation's Anchor TV. It will be streaming live over there. We'll be deep, insightful understanding of what we discussed today. Lord, I may end our say. Now, your fans will say, thank you so much. Minimum last words, I'll pass already to you.
Anyway, we are on a purpose in life, we are on a profession. I'm known as the leader of Spiritual Science Society. That is, yes, I am the earthly master of the society. We are on the grand vehicles of SSS. But my profession, actually, I'm a numerologist.
Okay.
No, mystical teachers, and I'm a no say, and a geomancer. So this, I'm also an organizational consultant with mystical explanation. Can't be like you, but with wisdom, you can be what you want to be and better in your field. That is what true knowledge must be. True knowledge must be able to help you expand and become greater in your field, not become like me. Hey, very beautiful. So, what was now? What's your what you are saying? A practical until a one more brother boy is to see you when you may be bracing. What to what? Who bet you my day about it because Nansan a do a day, a corner, Nansan so do I a day. Abba. I can't fool and send me your mocha. Almost say, come for over Yansano and a wabbing. Yankasa come for a drone or abion.
Okay.
Come for over Yansano and a wabbing. I didn't see ya. A son says, a woman pop and another benantia. Unyan Sim and no home benanti. So what you mean, sir? Would Jimmy and I know soon made
a benanti?
Come for 1 year and a day. Wabbing. Macacasapua. Put up off, no rush, or was it? A mouth, a seer, the fenny. And when you are near Bessaudi, Yeniquentia, Balfa and Panos of the episode to be a bedding. Say a Juma, say a new yam, say a pomodane, a one day, say a dibia. Sika se sika de adwuma na de ba. Ubedu ho. But they also want to say, "Unyan to boase." Ene mmere ade be den, udi be nyin ewo ntiase ni nyansem. Obi an kan tro say your kwantie biara to attain enlightenment or to understand God. There's no short way on this spiritual path. We develop in a day. To me, that is and we and your stones never more develop in a day. And yet, in a walk or jump on them grow in a day. Halfway a path. What was in year, you grow in totality. Your physical self will be developed, your mental self will be developed, and then your spiritual self also will be fully developed. In Africa, here is those who can constructively use the knowledge of nature to break this continent. And not to continue what the church has already started a long time ago. No matter who you are, but you are still doing the same programming the church did.
Yeah.
But my incremony, and I bet my malam, but you are still doing the same thing the church started. Africa needs liberation. That is what we need. True enlightenment solves problem, liberates a people, saves the souls of others, not keep them imprisoned in their own unwarranted or useless desires. Selflessness is the way to true enlightenment, and Africa shall get there. That is what we stand for as Spiritual Science Society Africa. And I thank God, said, "On the Kakribia Dome, and I miss media dome." So if you appreciated my wisdom, God bless you for also appreciating the little I know. I don't know it all, but what my teachers and my masters were able to train me and preserve through time, I have come to know. And I'm also giving it out freely for those who are qualified to have them. May the blessings be. Africa will be great again. That's what I'm telling you.
Sure.
Mr. Africa will what? Be great,
again.
And the time is now.
Lord, you better say thank you so much for today.
Next
Say, next week, Baba. Next week, Baba. Africa was scheduled so. Next week. Sure. Edruha, memo one son Edruha.
This opportunity we say curious and then ready seekers now yen share may the blessings be upon all. Blessings be upon you of fire.
That's it. Thank you so much, Lord. Abusia, your name, Lord ACKHAM, REBAKHAM, and Idin Komo, and Yeshua Debebre. We have really learned a lot. And a brother Makwama, and Encomono, I see. That's a Jebre, now exactly 1 p.m. every Sunday. Sharing on the nation's anchor. Cash money say offer anything from you is very educative. Yes, cash money, that is what I've dedicated my platform for. I want my fellow citizens to be enlightened. I want the society to be conscious. Every Sunday, make time with us on this platform. If today is the first time you are watching us, every Sunday, last week was with Abraham Ben Moshe. Today we are here with the leader of Spiritual Science Society, Lord ACKHAM, REBAKHAM. And next week, we'll be here again. So keep in touch on this platform. And then the first time I was here, just follow the platform. Or share on YouTube. I just subscribe and turn on the notifications. Say the way I won't miss any of our updates.
Mami fa wura JSIK I award do me Kwabenya Boom Junction. Kwabenya Boom Junction. Opposite the Shell filling station. Mami fa wura JSIK. In fact, anything iPhone. So upe binato, upe brand new, upe UK used, slightly UK used. Bura JSIK or Kwabenya Boom Junction. Abronsan ne Shell filling station ni di ihwe ni mu no. Abronsan no so hwa JSIK ho no. bowura ho na woni mu amamasem auto slightly use UK iPhone na all types na omobema all the accessories and ka auto no inbox a wobenya talking of charger screen protector omobema all these accessories they said they wakoto no inbox pepepe which is unusual which is not done so anywhere ukoto slightly use UK phone auto phone no pe na wobenya but ukoto no Jace Eye Care they will give you quality charger original charger they will give you screen protector they will give you cover iti mesre upebi na tu screen protector anything iPhone anything iPad anything enter Jace Eye Care I work abina omo number na that screen is on 026 73 70010 026 73 70010 bura Jace Eye Care I work abina ma boom junction omo so pa decision akọ piao
I hope so be here. Already we are into real estate. I is dying. And I drew by B I say yeah, dear members I can't you know. I decided say 10 blocks I am na medisi my dino. I didn't think I mean create something like this, like a block factory. Yanka say a bit to me the specification I high quality a bit to me. Nti dumasua your factory bi o ha ye nyuma ye wo dumasua nyina no na ye de ye and we've seen say materials no ye high grade they can blocks aya ye de ye nyuma no nti say e won kran ha so ye bi factory ni bi o ha ya ye twa blocks ni bi ye de ye adwuma ye but I feel say your members do na so wa kwantu mu a at times they be kura oni ha o si obi into blog no mo fa nko ye de enkosi dan ma no many a times no be who say blocks na ya to nya papa blocks no nya papa because we ni ha nti ya to bibi akeke ne bo na efu e da ya mo see your members so ehia say ombenya blocks because say machines no the capacity ne was ro nti ye betumi aserve your members aka ho nti e bia wo ye transformation member na wo pese wo sifie na wo pe blocks a you try 5 inches you try 6 inches you try 5 inches hollow and you 6 inches hollow and it's central pavement blocks at the cajon. Now we know you find me and cajon a corridors and coin and 3.8 and the idea. Interior blocks on air concrete. They said, was if you know why you put an air concrete and a blocks in in fact, your price is far better than or more and changing now. Now you years who are put on the door, you say I'm a free delivery account. Until your fee said, so we will be a member, not the one here blocks. Obi to me a contact here there, but number there, o contact here. Yeah, we car. You be to me a supply at the amount. Nti ye ntwa sand wo ha. You find me a ntwa bibia nti oba ha obon say ye ni anwea wo ha because I don't want us to even have anwea here. Say be a mistaken the obet me a mix it no. Yeah, the corridors nko a any 380 no and etwa. And a cement is you use 32.5. You use only 42.5 nko a. Nti the more nso ni go blocks no so no. The more and na ne ho ye den